We're a full service company.
Sometimes selling a house isn't just a transaction.
Helping you with probate.
Sometimes it happens during one of the hardest moments in a family's life.
I am doing everything myself. My brother, who's pretty much been managing the property as well.
And in those moments, the job isn't to push for a sale.
We can take care and handle the real estate part of it for you. You can focus being with your family.
It's to make things easier.
That sounds great, Daniel.
Do you remember speaking to me, it's about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago? I can imagine. I'm trying to space out when I reach out to you.
Sometimes they just need to hear you're listening.
I never heard that. I like that. I've just been lifing.
So keep listening, because behind every call, there's a story.
Someone comes into the home, or is it done online on a virtual court platform? Do I need to reach out to Sandy to find out?
So you can let her know that I referred you, and then what she'll do is go over her process with you, ask you what items of value that you're looking to sell. And sometimes what'll happen is if there's not a lot of them, it might not make sense for her to do an estate sale, but she'll give you info on how to sell those items, yourself, if you were to do something like that. Is that the primary thing you need?
I'm looking at the email a little bit more. So I see here that it's a cash offer for the property and also estimates of value. Just so I can just backpedal a little bit. So Daniel, are you a realtor? Are you an investor? What is your official title?
Love it. Great question. So what we do is we're a full service company. So we purchase property. Let's say somebody like yourself, you just you know what, we don't want to get on the open market. We'd rather just take a cash offer and be done with it. We can offer you that. If you wanted to go on the open market and have, people coming in and buyers competing, we have the ability to do that as well. So we do have a real estate license. On the website, if you look at soldinNewJersey.com, that gives you all the features that we offer, which is cash offer, probate, helping you with probate.
So I did want to kind of backpedal a little bit to find out about how does the cash offer process work.
Okay.
And or how you guys could benefit if the best route for us was to actually list the property and have multiple people come in and out.
The first, and I thank you for sharing that. If it sounds like you want to keep it, and if there's a way for us to do that, to help you with it, we will. We want you guys to be whole and happy with whatever you decide to do. Some people it's a lot to handle out of state. So that's why, and we do that a lot. We've had, sellers from Canada that, are coming into Hudson County, Maryland, all over. And the property can just get to be too much for them, which is why cash would work for them. Now, the cash number will be a little bit less than if you were to go on the open market, because you have to remember, if there's work to be done, the partners are going to want to have the room to do the work, renovate it, and then put it back on the market for sale. So we'll give you numbers on that. And then we'll also give you numbers. Hey, if you wanted to just go on the open market, you will have, buyers coming through, negotiating inspections and wanting things like that. That's okay too. And we'll give you the number for how that works as far as what you would realistically expect to receive on the open market. We'll discuss both, figure out what would work best for you together as a team. And, you make the decision for what you think is best for you and your family.
But if the property is being sold as is,
yep.
How much of a walkthrough are they talking?
That's it. One or two. You have to take some pictures, just see what we're talking about. But we usually try to if we can, based off of what you tell us about the property, because we know the area very well, purchased numerous properties in Jersey City. So once we take a walkthrough, we can give you the number before that. And then during what we call the due diligence period, which isn't that long, we'll come and just take a look at it, take some pictures, see what needs to be done. And then, probably 25 days later, as long as we can get clear title, which I'm sure you probably have, and there's nothing environmental or structural with it. Yeah, that's really it. It's really just environmental structural. Then we close in less than a month.
So you're saying you could provide me with, just based on the market value or the comps in the area, you're saying that you could provide me with a number now. Mm-hmm. And then actually come in and do the full assessment with the pictures and everything, and then we could compare the two and then see if that works. And if not, you can also assist with the sale of the property should I decide to put it on the market.
When we do that, it's because we just sold a property and now have money to purchase yours. So when we give that number, it's like, hey, I'm ready. Let's get the cash number and see if it works. And then what we can do is if it does, we'll talk about taking the next steps as far as the contract goes. Because if it waits and I give you that number and 2 weeks later we need to buy another property, they're going to buy that one. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not ready yet. And I don't want that to happen. I want us to be solid, whole, and happy with, hey, let's say what's today, February 17th. Say you call me in 2 weeks and you're like, you know what? I'm ready to do that. We're good. We'll go and we'll give you the number. I'll go take a look at the property. And then, if you like it, we go with it. If it's not and you think you can get more on the open market, we can do that too. So you guys are realtors also. So does that also come with the 6% sales commission? Should you guys just assist with the sale of the property? Great question. Yeah. So what we'll do is we negotiate our professional fee. And then also if a buyer comes in, a buyer agent, and they have a buyer, we can negotiate theirs as well. What we'll do is we'll go over those options because you have options with those as far as what you want. We'll go over them together as a team, figure out which one's going to work best for you. And then we go from there. In handling the probate, I am doing everything myself. So of course, I know that there are certain legal fees that are attached because I do have other siblings that are involved. And of course, I want to stay as lean as possible. Sure. I know the title search, that's something that I cannot do. Right. But to my knowledge, everything will come back clean. I know my siblings would have to sign off on everything. So that would require some type of paperwork being drawn up. Mm-hmm. So we can definitely, I'd love to hear more about the process on the probate side. Okay. Just to make sure that, everything is done within a timely fashion. Yep. And that there is no delay should I decide to move forward with selling the home. If you're comfortable and you say, you know what, if somebody wants to, take a look at it, or you have an electrician coming or whatever the case is, we can let them in. Like, you don't need to come up here for any of those kinds of things other than maybe paperwork that you have to be here for. Okay. So just want to put that out there to you. If you do feel that way, we can throw a lockbox up and take care of that ourselves and just keep you in the loop as to what's happening. I love the fact that you guys are also willing to do that if I need you to. In my email, I mean, I meant that one sentence when I said it, like, I know you have a ton on your plate right now. We can take care and handle the real estate part of it for you, and you handle all of the other, things that come with a passing. Like, that's our goal. Mm-hmm. That's really what we want. Just you can focus being with your family and just navigating that emotional component of it. We'll handle the real estate part of it. Everything will run smooth and, with whatever you decide to do, either way. That sounds great, Daniel. So thanks so much, Daniel, for the follow-up call. And I will talk to you in a couple weeks. That's a really good phone call. That's a follow-up call 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I initially spoke to her and then I couldn't get her 3 times. So that's a great call. If she sounds like she wants to keep the property. So if she, it sounds like she does, if I can help her do that, I will. I don't want to just take every property from people. If they want to keep it, let me see how I can help you keep it. Put you in touch with maybe a lender or whatever the case is for you to be able to keep it. When I say that I'm detached from the outcome and I'm really just here to serve and help you guys, by you guys, I'm meaning the public, and I'm here to help you, like, achieve your goals, that's what that means. So it doesn't always mean a sale or something for me.
This isn't about cold calls. This is about real conversations I've had with real sellers. Over the years, I've sat across from people who weren't ready to sell, expected impossible prices, or chased deals that never closed. In this video, I'm going to show you what those situations actually look like and what they've taught me.
We have 3 active, 2 under contract, 2 cash offer creative in process, so that's 4, and 2 closed. And then 3 coming soon. That was she has no intentions of moving at all. That is always my go-to question. Hey, well, I understand that. I appreciate you sharing that with me, Mr. Seller. If you had an offer that was reasonable and acceptable to you, let's say in the next, 15 to 30 days, do you think you'd sell the property and move on? Or she was like, oh, no, we're not looking to sell at all. We're very comfortable here. We love it here. I was like, oh, all right. So Would there, I said, so it sounds like even if you got that offer, you just wouldn't even take it. You would say no. She's like, oh, you'd have to like blow our doors off. Like we wouldn't even, and that would even be a stretch, she said. And I was like, oh, you mean like if I was to offer you like $3 million for your property? She's like, and she thought about it. She's like, I don't know, maybe we would take that. And I'm like, okay. And obviously her house is not even close to that. So she was just fishing around for info. So we have a couple other ones that I do want to call. A few of them. So we have a few of them. Popped into us on Saturday. I spoke to her briefly on Saturday, and she said, I'm with friends. You can call me later. I did. I called her. We set up a time at 5. I called her at 5. She wasn't there, and I've struggled to get in touch with her since. I just called and it went right to voicemail. It says the mailbox is full. Let me see if I emailed her. No, I did not. This is an email that I cut and paste. So the subject line is our quick conversation Saturday. Hi, good morning. You put the person's name. This is Daniel with Real Estate Solutions in Warren County. You submitted information on our website regarding a cash offer for your property on there. We work specifically with families who have different real estate needs. We offer various services, including cash offer for your property, listing or selling the property, handyman work to prepare the property for sale. When you contact us, we will determine if your property qualifies for a cash offer. My contact information is below. Voicemail. This is Daniel. On Friday, you submitted information on our website regarding a cash offer for your property. Just trying to reach out and connect with you for a couple minutes and see if your property does qualify for a cash offer. I'm at 973. I'm also going to send you a quick text and an email as well. We're just going to cut and paste the email I just sent. They're all reading it. That one I just sent it to a minute ago, she just read it. She just saw the email. So it's like they are reading them. That guy, did he ever list? No, he has not listed yet. He bought the property 5 years ago for $1 million and wanted to get a cash offer, but the cash offer is going to be in like the $1.2 million range, $1.3 million. He has not done anything to the property, and he was telling me, well, we're going to be listing it at 2.3. That's interesting. I said, you're saying that the property in 5 years has appreciated over 100%. Tell me what you've done to it, like a new roof, some landscaping outside. And I was like, all right, what about the inside? And he hasn't done anything on the inside. Our cash offer would not even be close to what you want to list it at. If we were to go the listing route, we were comfortable with a price in like the 1.6, 1.7 range. But he just was like, there's no way. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, you guys don't know what you're doing. I grew up in the area. I know that area very well. And he would be close to setting a record for a sale for that house, because there's properties that are selling for 2.3 and 2.5, but they're on water, and he's not on water. We moved on from that, and I very politely just said, hey, if things change and you're just not getting the results that you like, please reach out to us. And remember that we were very upfront and candid with you regarding price and value of your property. That's all you can do. This guy was, he was another one. My 2-family is worth $1.3 million. I know that area. I actually grew up like around the corner from there. I said, let me just look real quick. That doesn't sound, 2 families in that area really only trade in like the $700,000-$800,000 range. And sure enough, I looked and the highest one was like $850,000. He said, oh, no. My property is 1.3. I said, well, I appreciate that. I said, you realize though, that whatever you come to as far as an agreement with a buyer, the bank also has to value it. And there's no comparables that are even close to your sale. So, and your home is very similar to these two. One was 850, one was like 800. And he's like, well, we wouldn't use those as comparables. I said, okay, how would an appraiser value your property then? Let's use an income approach, even though you wouldn't with a 2-family. I said, let's go over rents and expenses. I mean, the rents aren't even carrying the property because he lives in it. So I said, all right, well, from an income approach, it wouldn't qualify because your rents don't carry the property with the 75% vacancy or a 25% vacancy rate. Well, why would you do that? I said, well, that's pretty standard. Any appraiser is going to use that. I gave him the cash number. He was like, no. Then he wanted me to list it. And I just said, I'm going to politely decline the opportunity to list it because it's just not, it wouldn't be something that we would be able to work with. So sometimes that happens. He sent this to us. We spoke to him back in 2023. Didn't, no, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it myself. Well, we can show you a better way. We can show you where you'll have the property sold, done, on to the next thing, phase of your life. This gentleman is in his 80s, got a contract himself. He had it listed, and then after the listing expired, he started doing it himself. And some fly by night guy came in and offered him a crazy number for it. And I told my partner, and he was like, this thing will never close. And it didn't. 2 years, 2 years, this contract went on and on and on. And then all of a sudden, I see his property again come up. I decided to call him. This was about 3 weeks ago. And he tells me that they were trying to get all these variances, and he was doing it himself, and all of this stuff. I said, did the property close? He's like, no, the contract died. 2 years. And he's like, well, I wanted to, and then I said, okay, like we're open to meeting with you. We've never even got a chance to tour the building, but are you even open to the possibility of hiring my partner and I when we come and we meet? Well, I don't know if we're not there, and I could do it myself, and I got to net this. And I just called my partner and I was like, is this something that we really want to go into? Now, we know we can sell it because we've traded property like his. About a year ago, we sold a very similar mixed use building. And I just was like, you know what, man, I don't know if I want to go down this road, because it may be like this, the whole process. He wants to retire and move to Florida, but he can't because he's got to sell this property with a business in it. And it's in a great area. There's no doubt we could do it, but he just is like, no, I'm going to keep doing it. And we're like, is the professional fee the only reason you want to do this on your own? I have to net this. I was like, but you don't have any debt on the property. Can I ask where you're getting that you have to net this amount? Didn't have an answer. This is what I need. This is what I want. Okay. So my partner was like, you know what? We're good. That is not somebody that we want to work with. I gave him a shout just to I was curious to see where he's at, but he didn't answer. So it's probably an omen from the man above. But no, I'll keep trying to call him and see if he can help him. We did a lot of prep work for him, and then he ghosted us. And then we look and see a week or two later, and he put it on the market with somebody else. And we did a lot of work for him. So it was that happens. That's sometimes humans just don't want to tell somebody no, which is okay. We're fine with that. We thought that was a little off-putting. So this is a cash offer. She's not ready to do it yet. She doesn't even know her interest rate, things like that. The siblings don't understand how selling a property works. So they're saying, well, we don't want to pay 2 realtors. What if another agent's buyer bids higher than mine? Are you going to tell them no? We're going to do follow-up to make appointment. We're not going to go new business today. I'm going to keep pitching him. Oh, it's early. Okay, yeah, I can give you a call around 10 o'clock. Is that okay? She's not ready to let the property go yet. It's okay. So this is a cash offer. She's not ready to do it yet. They're going to do it later this year. She has to do some homework with the mortgage company. And I just texted her to see, did you do anything as far as getting the mortgage statements? Because she doesn't know anything about the mortgage. It's crazy. I explained to her what we need to figure out. I can kind of place her with the best program that we have, but I need to know what she's paying, her interest rate, things like that. And then the other factor we have is I have a 2-family in Jersey City that is probate. The siblings don't understand how selling a property works. They don't understand that another agent, and how we market it, possibly could have the buyer that wins, the bid. They're just like, why can't you just sell it yourself? And I said, it's not that I can. So they're saying, well, we don't want to pay 2 realtors. That's interesting. I appreciate that. Try not to look at it like you're paying 2 realtors. Just look at it like you have one fee. A portion of that fee will be to incite offers from other agents. Because I'll bring a buyer. I know I will. I have buyers for it. But what if another agent's buyer bids higher than mine? Are you going to tell them no? If you're not offering them anything, do you think that the possibility they're going to even show your property would be higher or lower if you don't offer them any compensation? She understood it, but it's her siblings, and there's 6 of them, unfortunately. And she won't let me speak to at least the majority of them on a Zoom call or a regular call. She thinks it's easiest to just have her relay info. And when I met with her on Friday, she walked out of there and said, it'll be you. She said, I feel most comfortable with you. I've learned the most from you. You're also able to refer me attorneys that will get paid at closing. The flip side of that is we have to work out compensation. I've negotiated that. However, the compensation that her siblings are looking for is not something that I would work with. I think we're like 50-50 at this point. The siblings are wanting this property to be properly marketed, photographed, videoed, all of that stuff, which has a cost to it. But they want all of that with very, very minimal costs. And I said, I appreciate that, but here's where the value lies. Here's what I can offer to you. I've given you numerous examples of it, showed it to her. And I don't just say it, I actually gave her proof of value. So she's going to bring it to her siblings, and we're going to talk today and see if this is going to work. It's more like a follow-up to make the appointment. That's going to be today. We're not going to go new business today. It's Daniel with Tip Commercial. It was about the building. You gave me all the numbers to your building. We had a long conversation. I'm the Armenian guy.
Oh, can you call me? I call you back. 1 hour. It's too early.
Oh, it's early. Okay, yeah, I can give you a call around like 10 o'clock. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. But we just want to go over. Yeah. So at least I know he's getting my messages. So that's good. But it's the same stuff.
Yeah. I gotta call you back. But
I'm going to keep pitching him. I'm not going to give up on him. It's Daniel with Tip Commercial. How you doing this morning? Good. Well, I have notes in here. When we spoke last month, you mentioned that you're, a little bit busy and to give you a ring in, in March. So I figured give you a shout and, I guess see where you and your husband are at. Because my partner and I are, we're ready to go with at least wanting to take a tour of the building, meet you and see if we can help you guys with getting it obviously sold. Because I know you're looking to move. Now, unfortunately, I think you were with a residential agent in that area. And this is a commercial property, sir, so it is very different. And that's why I sent over to you your email for a few slide decks, some offering memorandums that we do for clients, because we've sold properties just like yours, like numerous times. That's why I wanted to reach out to you. But we're not your traditional residential agent. This property would get into a very, very different set of eyes. We're super confident we could sell it because we've sold properties like it. So we haven't seen it yet. We haven't, talked to you and kind of gotten numbers as far as income, expenses, all that good stuff. But if you take a look at the offering memorandum that we sent you, a few of them in that email, you'll see that it goes way more in depth than just, income and expenses. We talk about foot traffic, income in the area, what the area offers. It's all in there. And that's what we can do for you. So I don't know. I don't think that we would need to necessarily drop the price. I just think that you weren't put in front of the right eyeballs. And that's why the property is still yours. And that's, again, our value proposition to you. We don't want you to do anything that you don't want to do. That's not what we're in the business of. What we're in the business of is we sit with you. We'll get your goals and objectives, which I kind of have a feeling I know because you shared it with me. And then what we can do is go over just a strategy to get this property sold for the absolute highest it can be, get you and your husband to the next, step of your lives. Well, I know you're leaving the state because you mentioned to me you're going to be leaving New Jersey. The question I'd have for you is what would be the hesitation with working with Jason and I? We're commercial brokers, which you haven't had yet. Is it the money? It sounds like you can move out of state and keep the property. You mentioned to me, Dan, I'm going to be, we'd like to, retire and leave the state and just wipe our hands of everything here. We don't want to do it, but because we love the building. Did that change? I'm here to help you in whatever way that we can. And if it is us, working together in the future, that's fine. We're not here to talk into doing anything you don't want to do. But again, the tenants we're not worried about. We can come up with a strategy for that where we're not disturbing them. Again, these kinds of properties, these mixed use, retail and old Victorian commercials, we've traded them. So there's ways around what your concern is. And I get it because you had somebody that probably didn't respect the tenants and really disturb them when you listed it before. We can always structure showing times to where it's amenable to the tenants. That's not a problem. I'll just re-bump up the email that we sent. So at least you have an idea of what we do and how we sell for absolute top dollar. So you can see the offering memorandums that we would draw up for you. It'd be very similar to what's in the email. Would you do me a favor and at least take a look at that? We'll talk. Thank you much. That is a hurdle. She said, well, I'm not listening with you guys. We have it where we have it. And she's not ready to let the property go yet. It's okay.